All right, so we're doing PM cardio right now, and I figured I'd kind of talk about why I do it in the evening. You should really be separating your cardio and your lifting by 4 hours, or else it's going. If you do it before, it's going to take away from your lift. You're going to be more fatigued. I don't believe in cardio steals gains. It's definitely good to stay lean, but yeah, I do it in the evening so that it's not going to interfere with my strength and my performance in the gym. But yeah, so I thought I'd just talk about that real quick. I thought I would talk about motivation. I'll have people say, I wish I could get in shape, but I always lose motivation whenever I try to start going to the gym. Motivation is fleeting. You're not going to be motivated every day. You're not going to be motivated. It's going to be kind of rare that you're like, yeah, let's go, like ready to get into it. Most days I don't feel like going. I wake up, I'm tired, I'm just stressed out, I got all this stuff going on with the kids. I don't feel like going. It'd be much nicer or more comfortable, I should say, for me to just stay home and not go. But I won't let myself do that. It's become such a routine for me, and I feel so shitty if I don't get in the gym and do what I'm supposed to do. Me on rest days, I go absolutely insane. I cannot. I feel like I'm wasting away. I don't feel like, I just feel off, like I didn't do what I was supposed to get done. But yeah, motivation is not always going to be there. You just got to build that consistency and that discipline to get down there. What I do, there's days I wake up and I'm like, I'm not feeling this. But I still do I take all my stuff that I got to take before I go to the gym. I get my caffeine in me, I eat some carbs, and I drive down there anyways. And what always happens is I get in there, I start warming up, and I'm immediately in it, like I'm ready to go. You just gotta drag your ass down there and force yourself to start, and you'll get into the swing of it and start having a good lift. But yeah, motivation is not something you're going to feel all the time. I get little bursts of it, I'll get inspired to go try a new movement or something. I'll watch somebody I follow, have a good lift, and that'll make me want to go hit that same, chest routine or whatever. But that's about as far as that goes. Most days I don't feel like going, but I go anyway. That's the point. That's the point you want to get to, where it's not even a question. Am I going to go? You're going to go. It's just you might not feel so good about it on the way there, but you get down there and get that blood flowing, you're good to go. All right, so we just got done hitting arms and back. My split got real screwed up this week, and it's my fault for not consulting what I wrote down. But yeah, so things got a little weird today, but we'll get it fixed. Either that or we'll just, sorry, I'm shaky. I drink a lot of caffeine, but either that or we'll just make this the split. I don't know. It's a new split, so I haven't memorized everything yet. But yeah, we hit arms, had a good arm day. Usually, I hit everything at least twice a week, right? And say if I have say, for instance, if I had chest and shoulders twice a week, the first day I would focus more on chest and then a little lighter on the shoulders. I mean, shoulders I never really do, so that I never go light with or take it easy with, so that's really a bad example. But yeah, I'll pick one body part to be the priority and then switch them for the second day. But I don't know, I'm gonna go get some food and head on home.
The presence of a suspected serial killer. According to sources within the Oakwood Police Department, 5 victims have been found, all with similar markings and patterns. The latest victim, identified as 25-year-old Redacted, was discovered in a wooded area just outside the city limits. The victim had been bludgeoned to death with a hammer. Reporter, investigations reveal the killer's modus.
Alright, so today's rest day. I'm going absolutely insane from it. As I've mentioned before, I don't do well with rest days. But I at least do cardio, so that kind of helps a little bit. But I was going to talk about people asking advice and then not taking it. I've had people on my personal social media that saw my transformation and then would ask me, like, hey, what do I do? How do I make this happen, right? And I'd tell them, you've got to, well, first of all, it depends on your goal, but I tell them you've got to eat in a deficit if you're trying to lose weight. The only way you can do that is if you track everything you eat and get some sort of idea of what you're burning per day. So I tell them you should probably get some sort of fitness watch with the ability to track how many steps and calories, blah, 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 you know. And they don't want to do that. They'll be okay with the watch, but they do not want to track calories. And I'll sit there and I'll spend an hour and a half typing out everything I did. Like, this is what I did. I ate this much of a deficit. I don't recommend that much of a deficit. It was too much. And I lost it too fast. That's unhealthy. Don't do what I did. But a more healthy version of what I did would be this. And I'll write all this shit out. And they'll go, oh, well, that I don't want to track calories. It's going to ruin food for me. Then why did you ask me? I'm not a personal trainer, and I am extremely busy. I am lucky to get the time that I get in the gym. I have to force that to happen. I carve that time out for myself. So when I take time out of my day to write all this stuff out, and you're just like, nah, I'm not doing that. Okay, well, there's no magical way you're going to transform your physique. And people always, this drives me insane. The whole, if you look at anybody posting pictures or videos of their physique online, and they have an above average physique, there is always someone in the comments, and they usually look like a basement dwelling Redditor, steroids, PEDs, you forgot about the gear, right? Those are called performance enhancing drugs for a reason. It's not a magical cheat code where you can eat whatever you want, lay around doing nothing, take gear, and somehow get jacked. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't. All gear does is allow you to train at a almost inhuman level, like, and still recover from it. It allows you to train harder, heavier, and longer, and still recover. I've trained natural. I know. I would never be able to do what I do now naturally. In a way, yes, that's a cheat code because you can't recover from that. But it is not what people think it is. It's not the cheat code everyone seems to think it is. It doesn't work like that. And I've even had people be like, I'm just going to hop on something. And I'm like, well, what do you train? Like, did you start training? No, my job gives me enough physical activity. You might grow a little bit of muscle if you've got a physical activity and you took something, but it is not going to be a transformation. You still have to have your diet in check, your training in check. All of that has to line up perfectly for gear to do what it's going to do, which is enhance recovery, allow you to train harder, and it's going to maximize your body's ability to utilize nutrients for muscle growth. People have this idea that you can just blast gear and you're going to get jacked no matter what you do. It does not work like that, I promise you. It's I didn't really want to talk about PEDs too much because I don't ever want to make it look like I'm glorifying them. I think it is a huge decision. I'm an idiot for not being natty because I don't compete. I don't have a reason to do this outside of just wanting to get bigger. Now, I think that's valid for me, but I understand why someone would think I'm an idiot. You know what I mean? Like, I get why I did it. Others might not. But regardless, I do not encourage anyone to hop on something. That's a big decision. You could permanently shut off your natural testosterone production. You do a proper PCT and you're cycling for the correct amount of times, you can recover, but what if you don't? Did you think about that? Are you ready to be on TRT the rest of your life? Is this stuff, I wasn't even going to go into that, like I said, because I do not ever want it to seem like I glorify it. I make jokes occasionally because I'm, it's my world, right? We joke about things we know. But I will never tell somebody to hop on a cycle, especially if they aren't even training. But I don't understand the mindset people. It's just misinformation, and people really do think that you can lay around doing nothing and get jacked. Now, the other thing that pisses me off is there's that study that Jeff Nippard used in his video about gear, and it did show that you can grow muscle without training with gear, but it is minuscule. It is such a small amount. You're not going to have a transformation laying around doing nothing and taking gear. The only transformation you're going to have is less money in your wallet and a messed up HPTA system. That's it. I don't know, but rant over, that just always bothers me. But the other thing that really drives me nuts with the fitness realm on social media is you will get comments like that, the steroids comments, but they'll also attack your physique, and then you go look at their page and they don't lift, they don't do anything. They're literally a human potato, and they're going to comment on somebody else's body. I kind of got off from what I was going to talk about. The actual thing I was getting ready to say was women's comments. If there is a woman who has muscle, there's going to be a guy in the comments saying, looks like a man. If you spent more time yourself lifting or trying to better yourself instead of trying to tear other people down on social media, you might look like a man yourself. I don't get that. Like, I wouldn't date her. She looks like a man. Nobody asked you, dude. She doesn't know you exist. Why do you think every woman is a sex object for you to decide whether you would bang them or not? That doesn't compute. You're I would like to know the last time they had sex, because I bet it's been a minute. They're not, you were never in the race, buddy. I don't know, man. Just I can't stand people sometimes. And the older I get, the less tolerance I have for stupid shit. But yeah, I'm just rambling once again, because I still don't know what I'm doing, or I never sit down and kind of script things out or come up with like talking points like I should. But it is what it is. But yeah, bye.